Happy Fire Alarm Friday and welcome to System Test 16. So today's system test is probably going to be one of the louder tests that I'll be doing today. We'll actually be exploring some stuff as far as Wheelock sync. The devices that I've got set up for that will be kind of representative of that. So I apologize in advance if the audio will sound terrible as a result of this test. We've got two very loud devices that I have selected today. So anyway, as you can see, everything is still all normal on the annunciator here, so nothing has changed in that regard. Now, I do kind of want to show you a cool new editing trick that I got, and I figured out here. So let me show you the devices on the system. Okay, so as you can see, yes, we do have quite a variety here on the system today. So for the pull station, we've got the FCI MS2. In case you haven't seen some of my older videos, this device did come brand new in box, so any wear and tear on it is all my fault there. I have two of these that were brand new in box, and what's kind of disappointing about these is that the plastic labeling is already coming off the side. And these aren't more than a couple years old out of the box, so that's a little disappointing. But this one is the better of the two at this point with the way that the labeling is sitting. But it's a very nice pull station, and we'll be able to take a look at that here today. Up at the top, we do have two notification appliances. So the first one here on the left is a Wheelock NS24 MCW, and it's going to be set to 15 candela for the strobe. And yes, there is electrical tape behind the faceplate here. This is probably one of the loudest devices in my collection. It's got a very loud, piercing, but deep sound to it, so it's certainly something that I want to keep at bay. Because next to it, we've also got a Wheelock AS24 MCW. So this is one of my two ASs. The other, as you can see, is way up here on the shelf, and that's the one that Zach Fleck from Fire Alarm Tech gave me back at the mod meetup. That one's one of the vertical ones, and then this one is one of the horizontal ones. So here it sits up on the system. So anyway, I have both of these devices set to Wheelock sync. They'll be doing code 3 on 15 candela, low volume for each. So here we go. Let's go acknowledge from the panel. Go ahead and silence it. And then they go into sync mute. So this allows me basically to do audible silence over two wires because both of these devices are two wires. So you can see they're independent strobe flashes because I've got them turned down such that they will not overpower the camera. And they're just kind of sitting here blinking away. And of course the annunciator will be showing that we have silenced everything. And that's the only condition. So then let's go ahead and grab the keys from the fire panel because we're going to need my FCI key. I actually gave my other one to Robert from Aslan Fire Safety when I sold him one of my other FCI MS6s. I've got two of them in the collection, and I sold him one of the two, along with the second AS that I had purchased. I gave that to him as well, and then one of the Faraday 5337s. So one of the disadvantages to owning this pull station new is that it can be very difficult to reset. But as you see in this case, this pull station hates me and just proved me wrong on video. So yeah, we'll go ahead and pull it again. The trick that I found is that if you push in on the station's kind of vertex here while resetting, it makes it a lot easier. The lock on this one is certainly stiff, given that it's fairly new. But as you can see, it's a very new pull station, a very bright color of red, and the lights do a Fantastic job of showing that. So yeah, it's just a basic toggle switch in here, nothing too fancy. So then let's go ahead and put this back up. And then we'll actually leave the keys here because we'll mess around with the system a little bit more. Of this whole ensemble, the key was actually what was in the roughest shape. Little brass keys that were sitting in manila envelopes in their boxes for a good 20 years. So these are both very tarnished. The other one Robert has that you can see in his video unboxing the MS2, or the MS6, sorry. So yeah, you can see just how tarnished they were. So let's go ahead and we'll reset from the annunciator here since we silenced from the panel. So we'll hit reset. And of course we will not need to go back to the panel, or I'm sorry, we won't need to acknowledge here. We do need to go back to the panel. So what we're going to do is we're going to disable one device, and then we'll keep the other one enabled. So we'll start with the NS, disable the AS, and then enable the AS and disable the NS. So that way we can get enough alarm soundage for this video. So let's go back over to the panel here. Grab the Fire-Lite key. And then let's go into our programming mode if I bring the camera into focus first. So then, of course, the default password, as you always love to see. Let's go to NAC 2, and we will disable that one. The AS is on NAC 2. Now, as we can see, that does cause a trouble in the system because we have a NAC disabled. But not due to the fault of the batteries or anything like that. So I'll actually leave the panel open here, so that way I don't have to keep going back and forth with these keys. So then let's go ahead and we will key activate this one here. So yeah, it's relatively bearable with hearing protection and tape, but I certainly wouldn't want to remove either one. Okay. I think we reset the pull station switch. Alright. Actually, what we'll do is we'll set it up as a single action for you to enjoy. Yes, I know. NAC 2 is still disabled. There we go. Okay, so we're actually going to go back and let's disable NAC 1. Oh, sorry. Guess I should show you that. And then we'll re-enable NAC 2 to do the AS by itself. Alright, and then we'll acknowledge that trouble. And then as you can see, I have done the wonderful little single action MS2 hack where basically when you reset it, you fold the lift section here. So you can tell the Wheelock sync takes a second to kick in to enable the sync mute as well. So, yeah, that is the AS. As you can hear, this one is not as susceptible to the FWR noise as the other one is. I'm not sure if this is because this is a newer generation. This one is certainly a lot older. I'd have to look at the date code specifically, but I do remember that that one is older than the one up here. So, it's one of the disadvantages of using manual focus is you have to remember to actually focus your camera. Okay, so there is that. And then let's go ahead and do a system reset from the annunciator. And we'll do one last run here with both of the NACs, but we're going to try and set it to March time. I don't imagine that this is going to work out very well, but it should be somewhat entertaining. There we go. Next, enable sync, march time, silence yes, and then sync march time, silence yes. Perfect. That way we can shut these off. I guess from here we'll go ahead and do the drill button on the panel itself. There we go. I was about to say you shouldn't have any troubles. Yeah. This isn't really working out. It's just creating bad strobe flashes is all. It's kind of... The AS is trying to blink at 120 beats per minute, and the NS is just doing whatever it feels like. So, yeah, this really didn't work out. It's trying so hard. Alright, and then let's go ahead and stop that, and then do a quick little system reset. Alright, and yeah, I keep going to the acknowledge button out of habit there. Anyway, I think that is about all that I've got for today's video, so thank you guys so much for watching. I'm glad I was able to get a Fire Alarm Friday done this week, so I will see you the next time when I see you here. Hopefully it'll be next week. All depends on the school schedule. So thank you again for watching, and I will see you when I see you.